orders are as follows. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our Starfield playthrough where we have to talk with the doctor, and that one is still bugged, I think. Yeah, because I kinda did this out of order. And what exactly... Oh, wait. And this is the medical clinic? I thought it was Reliant...
You get crushed under all that crap yet?
I thought it was gonna be Reliant Medical. Okay.
Do you need medical assistance? Are you injured?
No.
Is there something
exactly.
I can help you two with?
Do you happen to know Dr. Helgi Hodgson? We're trying to get his help with something.
Sorry, who are you exactly?
We're detectives. Self-taught and unaffiliated. Freelance detectives. With the emphasis on the free part.
Wait, what? Detectives? Sorry, I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Do you treat a lot of mine workers?
I treat anyone who walks in my doors, if I'm able to.
Does the name Erwin Madani sound familiar?
No, not really. I mean, there's Irvin the Slaughterer and Irvin the Scourge of Gagarin, but I doubt that's the same person, right?
Whoa. I mean, if it's another person, what the hell were they doing, though? Okay, we're just looking for someone named Helgi.
I'm sorry, I'm not a tour guide. You'll have to ask somebody else.
We're trying to help him. And Gagarin, actually.
Did Helgi ever talk about working for Hephaestus?
Only every single time I see him. But listen, I don't have time to chat.
Okay, we're working with Ellie Yankton on a court case. It's for a good cause, trust me.
Ellie's a good person. That bodes well, but I can't violate my oaths. I'm sorry. Listen, I can say that Helgi took up a job working at Clint's store just down the way. I saw him there stacking boxes the last time I picked up an order. I've got to get back to my work here, so if there's nothing else...
Would you vouch for Helgi's character?
If it's patient medical records you're after, I'll remind you, I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
That's not exactly what we're after. But... yeah.
We're thinking of taking Hephaestus to court with Dr. Hodgson as a witness. Now, given his situation, we're worried the defense might cast aspersions on his character, even question his mental health.
That's unfortunate, but not surprising. Look, if he agrees to testify and grants me permission, I could vouch for his well-being.
Thanks, Doc. If he does end up testifying, we'll definitely need you for the trial. Ellie Yankton will be in touch.
No promises, given patient confidentiality, but I'll do my best. I need to get back to my work now, if you don't mind.
Oh, was I a bit too hasty with this decision to choose her? I mean, it kind of makes sense if Hephaestus is gonna claim, you know, mental problems, you know, that he's not right in the head and whatnot, or that
I don't miss all the extra heat
a doctor would make sense to counter those claims. You know, compare with other people. I don't know, maybe a store owner, a security guy, whatnot. Because then they can say, like, are you an expert in that one? Are you a medical practitioner? And you'll be like, well, no. Then all that is false off. Anyway, Clint.
Well, different dust.
Trade in a little bit of everything here. Except mix. Too old to be dealing with that black market stuff.
Do you know anyone named Helgi? Trying to find him.
Funny you ask, because I'd like to know too. He owes me a sizable debt.
How much does he owe you?
Enough that he's no longer allowed in my store. I don't like denying service to anyone, but it's the principle of the matter.
Depends. His new shipment coming from
And
Sidonia or
when
New
did you see him
Atlantis?
last?
I've seen him around, but never in one place, except when he needs money. I offered him a job, but he showed up to work drunk one day and I had to let him go.
More dust
I don't
for
have
you.
any ill will toward him. Sure, the credits I'd like to have back, but only because it'll mean he's gotten his life together.
Yeah, sure, it's only 4,000 credits. I can cover his debts in exchange for any leads.
Nobody is going to know where he is aside from someone who knows the underbelly of Gagarin. And that is Lizzie up at the bar. That's who you need to ask.
Oh, I can get more than one person to vouch for him? Sure, let's get everybody. Increase the chances, I guess.
You sure you got the right person? Helgi and I have had several run-ins in the past.
Damn. Yeah, no, you're right. I'll find somebody else.
Yeah, and while you're here, maybe see about buying something, eh?
Now that he said it that way, kind of makes a bit more sense. Right, I don't need the
Apparently, the corporate
flashlight
execs
on.
are talking about building their own priority catalog.
Yes.
above the city.
The
You been up
detectives.
there?
I heard about you.
Good luck.
A reputation already? I'm impressed.
Slow news day, I guess.
So, is it good or bad? The reputation, though. And can you help us find somebody?
There are very few secrets here in Gagarin, my friend.
Just makes the ones that exist much more expensive.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and I heard you were someone who can locate or help locate people.
I serve drinks here, friend.
We were told that you are a local crime.
We serve drinks here. Here's a list of our specials for today.
There's nothing on here.
Hold up.
Oh, that's strange. Here, let me fix that. Don't worry, it's just the one sale today.
Oh, right. Of course, it's a number. Here you go, Captain. All yours.
Hey, do you have any work that we can do in exchange for this location?
Not for this kind of deal. Sorry. Credits are easier for you explorer types, though, aren't they?
Sure, here, another 4,000. It's not that I'm bleeding credits.
Thanks for your patronage. Sending your receipt directly to you now. We'll be sure to leave a glowing review for your establishment. Don't worry.
And would you vouch for Helgi's character?
Wait. So let me get this straight. You want the bartender to testify he's not a lousy drunk?
Yeah, on second thought, you're right, this is a bad idea.
Don't have to tell me twice. Don't cook yourself out there.
Yeah, again, now that I think about it, kinda makes sense.
Why is no one talking about bringing back mechs? Seems
Okay,
fine.
now
before we
where
start banning them.
is Helgi? Oh, don't tell me you're just around the... Really? Well, actually, I haven't been here at all, so...
I don't suppose you're here to tell me I've won a ticket to a new planet, huh?
Sorry, Doctor. Not today. We came to Gagarin to investigate Irvin Mandani's contract with the mining company a long time ago. Ring any bells?
Irvin, yeah. Biologist. Hunter. Yeah, I remember him. Why? Who are you people?
We want to discuss something, but you know what? You clearly need help. Maybe we can work something out.
Nah, I don't trust you. I don't even know you. So take a long spacewalk with an empty tank, will you?
Please. Irvin was once one of your colleagues. He was the one Hephaestus blamed for an ecological disaster about 20 years ago. Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember lies.
Well, we've uncovered new evidence. We think will make a difference.
It's been 20 years. 20! Get out of here.
Look, I know this is strange. We show up out of the blue about things that happened decades ago. But right now, nobody save us knows the truth. And that means we're the only ones who can clear Irvin's name.
Yeah. We know about Faceless and how you tried to warn them about the collapse of the ecosystem.
And what of it? You probably think the sky is blue too. Well, you'd be wrong. It's whatever color Hephaestus says it is.
Only if you let them. You're a scientist. Your words matter. That's why we need you to testify.
Testify? The trial is over, the verdict rendered. In case you two clowns didn't get the memo.
What do you remember about the case?
I remember not to talk with people who come asking questions about powerful corporations.
Can we pay you for your corporation then?
Believe it or not, I don't need or want your money. I made enough of it by working for massive mining corporations. I don't need to risk anything else.
Why are you so reluctant to even try?
Because I tried before, and they threatened me. 20 years ago. I still wake up in fear almost every night. They said if I ever left Gagarin, they... I left my wife to protect her. She didn't deserve any of this. Any of my mess.
Yeah, but guess what? Ellie Yankton's reopened the case.
Ellie? Ellie Yankton? But why? It doesn't matter. Nothing's changed.
We got new evidence. All we need is for you to testify. It's valid.
I can't. I cannot do that. Why is this so hard to understand here?
Ooh, I have a manipulation option. Yeah, and that's 5 points. And don't you realize that we're on the same side here?
You're starting to make a lot of sense.
And Dr. Kiela said you talk about Hephaestus a lot. Clearly this has been bothering you.
Yeah, been a thorn in my side, back and foot for 20 years. Maybe it's time I just pull it out. Fine, you've convinced me. I'd be willing to testify on one condition. I want to know what happened to Irvin. Because when he disappeared, let's just say I had an epiphany. Hephaestus didn't need to say a word. That's when I knew the threats against me and my family were real.
Dr. Hawkson, it wasn't Hephaestus that took Irvin's life. It was the war. Irvin was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Caught in the crossfire.
Then I am sorry for your loss. It won't change the past for either of us. But I will testify. And maybe, wherever Irvin is, you'll be glad that we can finally stick it to those assholes at Hephaestus.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me now. I need a drink.
Maybe... come sober at the trial. Right, Ellie, I think we kind of have everything. Hopefully. Wait. Why there are enemies?
Get the assessment back on your apartment?
I did. Bank says it's worth double what it was when I moved in.
Wait, why did I have enemies?
So, are you going to buy it?
Only if I take up a life of piracy.
It's more over here. Are these guys?
If you
What's
have
going
any
on?
problems, you should talk to
Not
Chief
looking to
Pretorius.
chat, friend.
She'll help
Okay,
you out.
weird. Not sure where they are as well, so
I know a guy who just got a job at the center. Won't say what they pay.
I thought maybe we would get
Sure have
ambushed.
gotten nicer.
Oh well.
Helgi agreeing to testify is a great help. We might need witnesses to vouch for his character, though. Someone in security, maybe?
Huh. Hold up. Security. I mean, we have the doctor. And to be honest, I kind of expected to have more to talk about. We just talked with the doctor, Clint, and Lizzie. I wonder if I talk with the chief, or I talk with Ellie, and this is gonna be the next part to talk with the chief.
You let Zane. If one more corporate exec asks for security escort to their ship, I might just hit someone.
Well, I do have the option to ask her.
Depends on what we're talking about. What's this for?
We need him to serve as a witness in a trial.
All right. And what's that got to do with me?
Well, we're concerned the defense might have an unkind word or two about the doctor during cross-examination.
By doctor, you mean Helgi. It's true. We brought him in for a D&D. But he spent half the time apologizing, and even helped clean up the mess the next day. He's all right in my book. And keep in mind, it's a very big book. It's got the name of every criminal, delinquent, and rule breaker in Gagarin. But you won't...
That's good to hear. If we need you, Ellie Yankton will be in touch.
Yeah. Have her ping my secretary.
Nice.
Just
okay.
stay out of trouble.
So we got the other doctor and got the chief as well. Oh, hey, Bonifac, you're here.
Ah, there you are. Look, it merits saying again. Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, the landscape of medical science isn't going to remake itself.
So, you doing okay?
Well, I made it out alive thanks to you. So I'd say things are going pretty well. But sorry, I should really get back to it.
Okay. I wonder if... not sure, Helena, if it's gonna be...
Corporate will be very interested to hear. Well,
okay, I cannot have a proper conversation with her. I was thinking maybe she can help in court as well. Not sure with what, but I think maybe it's for the best, to be honest. She might be against us. She seems a bit too corporate.
Evidence, check. Expert witness, double check. Now all that's left to do is give Ellie the good news.
Yep, let's. I'm gonna have a seat again. Is Barrett gonna sit down as well? Oh, no, just me.
okay, you two, lay it on me. Did you find Helgi? Did he agree to testify?
Well, we've got good news and... well, that's it. Just more good news.
Okay. Does that mean he said yes?
What if the witness isn't the most reliable?
Then we better hope that our other evidence holds up.
And can we provide the witness with a safe house or an armed guard?
What do we look like? New Atlantis? No.
Okay. Can I not have both? I mean, I think I'm gonna go with the doctor. Helgi will testify. Dr. Kiala might be a good character witness should he need it.
Well, that is perfect. She's probably the best person to call on should Hephaestus decide to play dirty. Well, you two have done all that you could. Now it's time to hand the baton off to me.
What do you think, Ellie? Do we have a chance?
The evidence you've gathered is impressive. It truly is.
So what's the verdict? In this case, I'd say spoilers are appreciated.
I almost never say this because I don't want to jinx it, but I think this case is a slam dunk.
Huzzah! That's what I like to hear.
Fingers
I
crossed.
think we can do everything on our checklist. Clear Irvin of any wrongdoing, charge Hephaestus with the cover-up, and even restore Helgi, Dr. Hodgson's standing in the scientific community. All in all, though, really outstanding work. We wouldn't have gotten this far without your efforts. And I've got to imagine that wherever Irvin is, he appreciates it too.
Agreed, Ellie. And thanks for being our anchor in this. We should probably get out of Ellie's way and let her do her thing.
Yes,
we
we
can talk
should.
more in private.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Let's just get outside. Not that it matters where I start the conversation with him, but let's just role play. Hey, Barrett.
Wow, we actually did it. Solved the case. And hopefully cleared Irvin's name. I feel like, what's the old saying? A great weight has been lifted off my shoulders? But it's actually true. I feel like I'm 80% biomass and 20% aerogel.
Wait, what's aerogel?
It's a substance that is literally lighter than air, depending on the planet. Habitable planets tend to range from 1 to 2 milligrams per cubic centimeter. Most aerogels are about 1/10 of that. I feel like I'm currently hovering in that territory. Give or take 1/10.
Mm-hmm. But we could weigh you to confirm.
Come on, let's not ruin the moment. Although we did do a lot of walking, I bet I really am lighter.
Okay, do you think things will change on Gagarin?
I hope so. It's always a tug-of-war between the workers and the mining corps. But there's one thing we've got in our favor. There's more of us than there are of them. All it takes is for the people to realize it.
And what do you think will get the verdict?
Ellie would know better than I. But I doubt it'll be anytime soon. These things tend to involve a lot of red tape. It's a special kind of adhesive that makes you stick to old filing cabinets and manila envelopes.
Okay. Glad you're feeling better. And lighter.
I'm feeling great. Although I could do with some wine and cheese. Why stop at emotional satisfaction when we can indulge in the culinary too? But if I can be serious for a moment, thank you. I couldn't have done this without your help.
Yeah. Anything for a friend.
That makes 2 of us. 3 if you count Harvey. And who wouldn't? He's practically family. In fact, Harvey's got a little explorer in him too. According to this slate I found, turns out that our spiky friend's been all across the galaxy.
I'm not gonna ask who is Harvey, because I know he's the plant. Perhaps Harvey has a preference on where do we go next?
You know what? He just might. But it's probably best you chart the course. Harvey doesn't do well with things that require hands.
Yeah, whatever's next. I'm glad to have you with me.
We've been through a lot, haven't we? I had forgotten what it was like to work with someone so closely.
Oh, wait, where is this going?
When you joined Constellation, I didn't know what to expect. I was just reflecting on everything we've been through, you know? It's impressive.
Yeah, we've certainly been through a lot.
On top of everything else we've done together and with Constellation, yeah, I think so. Investigating Irvin's case with you is something I'll remember forever. I've come to realize that some events, some people, stand out as pillars of my life.
Pillars?
It's whatever leaves an impression on you, right? Moments that define our lives, where our future diverged from our expectations. People who changed you, or people you've changed.
Your heart rate is increasing and you seem a bit nervous, Barrett.
Is it? Well, I guess it is. You noticed that, huh? I suppose I should just keep going and get it all out of my system. It'll do me some good. We only get a brief moment in this universe to interact, to feel, to be who we are and experience the range of emotions that our bodies and minds have evolved to comprehend.
Are you okay, Barrett? Did you eat something weird?
Maybe I did. But this is all from my heart, my friend.
Fortunately, many people never get that opportunity.
You're right. The variables involved are beyond human understanding. Being born in the right time, the right place, so much is beyond our control. If one is fortunate, you might even notice events and people changing you while it is in motion.
Okay, again, where is this going, Barrett?
Well, that's what I'm asking you, actually.
Yeah, Constellation has certainly changed who I am.
Like any group, Constellation is only capable of doing that because of the people within it. I've explored many worlds, and I've worked with Constellation for most of my life. I cherish those memories, but you have changed me as a person forever. I don't want to look back years from now and wonder what if. I need to know what you think about us.
Do I have to define our relationship with words?
No, not always. There are many ways to make someone feel loved. And you have done well in that regard. But I need this moment in my mind. I need to be able to look back and remember what we had in our hearts right here, right now.
Yeah, I will value our friendship forever, Barrett.
Here we are, the most fortunate people in the galaxy, because we get to explore it all together, as friends.
Okay, so that finishes his quest, considers me as an ally. I'm just curious. Is this gonna still shows Polymath 3? Okay, so we have Unity. I think there's no other activity. Did that? Where was it? Breach of contract. At least that put a check mark on the get the passcode. Cool. Well, I guess it's time to focus on the Crimson Fleet chain quest. Not much else, and of course the main quest. But let's just jump directly
to the.
Do I want? Yeah, sure. I'll keep Barrett with me for a bit. I'm fine.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
Oh, do you have an argument over here?
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
You wanted
Captain,
4K.
greetings.
You got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
Oh, that happened.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new Rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
Right. I mean, we did take quite just a bit to get here. Maybe like 40 to 50 episodes. Anyway, why? Did you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy Rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin Rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Well, nice to finally put a name to the put a face to the name.
Maybe for you. I'd rather shove a shotgun up my nose than remember the face of every low-life Rook who passes through this station. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
So the Crimson Fleet just took over an entire star stations?
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
I mean, I bet it really pisses the UC off that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
I love tours. Gift shop last this time, though, right? I want to stay focused.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you, too. Follow me.
All right. I'm assuming that
all right.
Need to follow her
time.
only.
So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock.
The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
Indeed. Right, into the cargo bay we go. Naval? Oh, there you are.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on.
Alright, so
Back
we have
to my
the
story.
marketplace here.
After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later.
Okay, we do have
Rook,
trade authority.
meet Zuri,
Nice.
queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way. Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
See
On the
anything
right,
you like?
you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy
Indeed
pretty
I do.
much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
Whoa. And what do you mean embedded? This is like connected to your body? In that regard, you mean? And how is that empowering?
I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
Everyone has their way of ingratiating themselves. Personally, I'd prefer to gift a bottle of wine and a slice of Pule cheese. But to each their own.
Alright, and I mean, that's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
So one wrong move and you're dead.
Essentially, But I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
So, yeah, sounds like he's a smart man, and also, yeah, interesting leverage to have.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my rib cage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Dugin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done.
Thank you.
All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Time to make those credits.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
And what kind of jobs?
Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
True. And sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together then.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
All right, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Need to have Aludra take a look at this
welcome,
kinetic.
Nev.
Recoil's off.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Can we chat?
So, looks like we got ourselves a new Rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
Jazz. Didn't Neva call you Jasmine?
Neva's the only one who calls me that, amongst other things. To you and everyone else, it's just plain old Jazz.
And what's the deal between you and Neva?
Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas.
Oh.
She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back.
Alright. I mean, I hope the fleet has a wider variety of items compared to UC and Fleet Star.
It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands. So if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
Will these parts show up on UC or Fleet Star security scanners?
No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business.
True. So yeah, I'm always looking for an edge.
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business.
And just out of curiosity, how serious are things between you and Ava?
Serious enough that you don't have a chance in hell? Neva's got a fire in her. The kind you only see in an engine pushed to its limit. She doesn't half-ass a damn thing, and I love her for it.
So, how did you wind up here?
Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the Key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet.
Okay, what can you help me with my ship?
Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this rust bucket of a station from falling apart.
Okay, so
Take care of
the
your
usual.
ship, she'll take care of you.
I thought maybe it would be different. So, repairs, captain, Vibora.
We call UCC staff sharks, but to the fleet, they're just bait.
Oh, I can use her computer with no worries. Grease monkeys. Sidel wanted to know if I need a few extra grease monkeys. Alright, I don't mean to sound arrogant. Astrea. I know what I was getting into when I joined the fleet, but it was always my skin on the line. So I could handle it. Nev, she loves this. Being a pirate is her raise, and that okay. I butchered that part. So the best way I can keep her safe is by working on her shape. Okay. Maybe we'll find some evidence as well around.
You looking to start something? Cause I'll finish it.
I used to work for a megacorp. Wore a monkey suit and everything. Seems like a different time.
Okay, let's yeah, sure, let's talk with Delgado. And then I'll explore more afterwards.
Rook!
Kinda thinking maybe this will end this quest and unlock the next ones. There's Neva, who else is here? Mathis. Just some pirates. And some captains.
We'll have the whole settled systems on the run
there's
someday.
our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only Rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
I won't disappoint.
You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Gotcha. But why would a pirate organization have so many roles?
Of course we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think again. Our influence, our money, our respect comes from meticulous planning and every last soul in the fleet following my orders to the letter. That is why you need to learn to place the fleet before everything.
All right, got it.
Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Krix. Krix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
But what's this code Neva's talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Krix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Do you take every new pirate on these initiations?
Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time?
How many tests and initiations are we talking about?
What? Were you expecting a goddamn graduation ceremony? Think I'm just going to slap a skull on you and send you on your way? Make no mistake, you are being tested all the time. Every job you take will be under constant scrutiny. And Neva? Oh, she's just waiting for you to screw things up.
Okay, maybe you should tell me more about this legacy.
Before Krix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Krix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Krix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Krix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Sistef.
But what if Neva's right, and Krix's legacy isn't real?
Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Just as long as it isn't buried at the bottom of the ocean. Digging I'm fine with, but diving? I'll take a pass. Planets in this system are cold enough already.
And won't the fleet just become a larger target for UCC's death?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Krix's legacy.
Well, we'll be unstoppable then.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay, so that finishes that quest. Mind if I ask you more about these initiations?
Yeah, what is it?
What's the deal with Mathis?
There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a ship and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely. Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece.
And what can you tell me about Suvorov?
It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. snaps them right back into line.
And can you tell me more about the lock?
The UC built the lock as a Supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. As you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners killing each other for a chance at the meager supplies. Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw this as cruel and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Crix touched off the riots that overran the lock and eventually the key.
And what happened to Jasper Creeks in the lock?
Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors. Creeks was in prison for almost 5 years, and judging from the look of the facility, every moment must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind him and kept pushing until he reached the key. The cojones on that guy. UC's toughest Supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love to have been a part of that.
Okay, that's all for now for these questions.
Then get moving.
Hold up. There was... more?
Were my instructions unclear? What do you want?
Is there anything you can tell me about Jasper Creeks' history before he ended up in the lock?
I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting. When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for.
And
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
Fine.
all for now for the
Then get
insinuations. Thank you. Alright, but that will be for next time. We still need to search for evidence, echoes of the past. So yeah, it's gonna be the Crimson Fleet faction quests. I'm gonna focus on those ones, see how many there are and how long it's gonna take, and how much fun we're gonna have. But for now, I'm gonna be here for this episode. So hopefully you enjoyed this part, guys. But as always, don't forget to take care.